Ringside! What's up? And for all my mother Jeffers and my gorgeous groupies, be prepared to be soaked with facts, drenched with truth, and drowning from four of the most prolific, dedicated, and honest wrestling fans in the world. I am your current fact enforcer, your badass flapjack of podcasting, the white delight, and your main event of the night, Double J.
I've got the fan mail. I've read the tweets. I've received the Facebook messages. You want an encore. Ladies, you asked for it. Men, you're jealous of it. Here I am, once again, Ringside's resident rock star, Hollywood hero, started out as a white trash zero, Hollywood Michael Paul.
Can I get an amen?
No.
Not going to happen.
Haters, can I get a hallelujah?
Hell no.
Nope.
Well, anyway, haters are going to hate anyway because the church is back in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the pastor of podcasting, the Reverend Everett Hall McNeil. Thank you very much.
Well, welcome back, Reverend. Let's everybody join hands in congratulating the Reverend for coming back. Everybody join hands, stand up, and yell, fuck you to any fucking religion, book, person, or state that tries to hold us down. This is the voice of reason, the conscience of America, the Suplex Samurai.
If you the conscience of America, we all going to hell. Anyway.
So how was the camp, Reverend?
I was at Launch Music Conference. I was filming with Springwood Productions.
Was that
Shout outs to Springwood Productions.
Is that the code you guys were using?
It's a production company that does music videos.
When you say production company, you mean Colts?
Colts, right?
It's a production
when
company.
When you say Springwood, you mean Kool-Aid?
It's Springwood Productions.
He
if
made
you
it back
looked
so
up
he
the company
didn't drink
and saw
the
their
Kool-Aid.
stuff, you would understand.
Well, he
When they
was
were wearing
making
white
the Kool-Aid.
sheets, were you wearing black sheets?
Ain't that some stuff? This is not a cult. This is a production company that I was
We just
filming
have
with.
to make sure
So,
we know
Reverend,
what we're tied
I'm
up
taking
in.
you didn't drink the Kool-Aid because you did make it back.
Look, I got business to attend to. I'll get
the cult?
payback on all you guys later.
Don't worry,
and
we're still
speaking
holding
of
hands and we're in
payback,
prayer.
speaking of payback, before I was really interrupted by the Suplex Samurai, the fake great one over here, we have WWE Payback coming up shortly.
This
coming
Sunday.
up, yes, this Sunday. And with the first match being the kickoff show, we have Kalisto taking on Ryback again.
Boo.
Haven't
It's a piss break.
haven't I seen this before?
Yeah, it didn't impress the first time. It's not going to impress this time.
That's why it's on the kickoff show.
What is this
again.
now? The third time they wrestled on a pay-per-view and like the 800th time total.
Well, hopefully Ryback can,
Just
get
leave.
released out of this.
Thanks to the building.
I mean, he threatened all that shit, but I still see him
Ah,
still there.
Yeah, he's still collecting the check. That's why he didn't
Talking
leave.
about, maybe I won't be there next WrestleMania. I'm like, well, please do me the fucking favor. If I don't have to ever see you ever again, life will be better.
Much
he can't
fucking
even
better.
walk and chew gum.
I
brick
told
wall.
you. It's like a cinder block being thrown around the ring.
I mean, who's worse than Ryback?
The Great Khali.
Yeah, the Great Khali's pretty fucking up there.
Speaking of great Khali, you guys should check out our top worst 15 wrestlers of all time.
And he's right up there on that list, ladies and gentlemen. No surprise.
Oh,
But
he's
Ro-
right at the top.
Oh, yeah, he's way at the top. And Ryback, I mean, seriously, stop threatening, please. Don't go away mad. Just go away.
Look, if you're going to cry, at
Motley
least
Crue
cry and
shout out.
leave.
Motley Crue shout out right there.
Good Lord. He can't even wrestle.
Could-
He
could-
got, what, one move?
Could you sit through a Ryback Khali match?
No.
Who would sit through a Ryback match?
Sit through a Ryback match is torture enough. Could you imagine a Ryback Khali match? Like, literally, I don't think it would ever end.
I wouldn't pay 10 cents to see that
To be
match.
honest, I don't even know why we're wasting fucking time on this match. Like, I got Kalisto winning, hands down, that's it.
Kalisto.
Ryback.
Okay. I don't know why you would pick that.
Vince
Neanderthal.
loves big guys.
Obviously, you
Ryback-
don't like Ryback.
Ryback cried a little bit. He might get a little love.
Stuck a little dick.
Yeah.
Speaking of the big guy who's really the worst guy, now we're going to go to the great man himself. The
Awful one.
not that guy. No, not the guy. He's actually the phenomenal one. Don't get it twisted. We're actually going to Cesaro, ladies and gentlemen. Pound for pound, probably the best wrestler
in
on the
WWE.
roster,
The Swiss Superman himself.
who's taking on The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Your thoughts, people. Let's hear it.
Well, Cesaro, I thought should have been in the main event. Should be going for the main title, but I like it. I mean, I like both guys. You guys know I love The Miz and I love Cesaro. I think it'll be a good match. The Miz can carry most of talking and all that shit, so they can probably have this feud go on for at least another pay-per-view, at least another month.
Well, I hope they don't. I hope
Well,
Cesaro just wins the match, and he then feuds with maybe Seth Rollins or somebody that can make him look good.
So Seth Rollins is going to go from main event to Intercontinental Championship.
I would. Do you think he's main event?
The mid card right now is stacked and it's great.
I don't think the main
see how
event is
that's-
main event, but I think Cesaro could be main event.
This could be a step forward in Cesaro going to the main event picture. The IC title used to be that way. So.
It's long overdue and it needs
But
to
you
happen.
said used to be.
That's true.
Yeah, career progression.
We are
is
in the
definitely
new
died.
era of wrestling.
Listen, I understand that, there's a lot of skepticism and stuff like that, but Cesaro has put on enough great matches with some of the top people that I think this could be his big break.
And he hasn't even been in big match situations, and he's put on fucking great matches.
He's carried a ton of matches.
Him and
So-
Sami Zayn opened up one of the original NXT takeovers, and it was the best match on the card, bar none.
It's still considered one of the best matches in NXT, let alone WWE history.
I thought when Cesaro first came up to the WWE, when he was the U.S. champion, I thought he was great then. I was like, man, this guy's got it. He may not have the mic skills, but he has it. He gets over with the fans. Either they love him, or when he was a heel, they hated him, which is a great sign. He gets over.
And he had Oksana then.
Unlike what Vince said, that he just wouldn't get over with fans. I mean,
he has his own Cesaro section, so what does that tell you? And it's growing.
and the thing is,
Every town.
he's like kind of a really big guy. You would think that that'd be like Vince's prototypical type guy.
He's trimmed down a lot from 2014.
But I mean, he's still big.
He's still a very strong dude for somebody to trim down.
no, I mean he's definitely still strong.
That dude's
he's still
abnormally
got to be around
strong.
250, 260.
No, I think he might be like 230, man. He trimmed down a lot.
Yeah, but he's also tall too.
Yeah, he's got a good amount of height on him.
So I'm thinking he's still a big man. And
So let me throw a curveball into this. Now we do have on our one side we have Cesaro, on the other side we have The Miz. Now in my opinion, let's be honest, overall talent perspective, when it comes to promos, you have to give the edge to The Miz, but when it comes to overall wrestling prowess, you have to give it to Cesaro. So who's your picks to win? Do you see the
Cesaro. I want Cesaro hands down's winning this. If he doesn't, then it's dumb.
I want to say Cesaro, but I have a feeling Maurice is going to get involved and Miz is going to retain somehow.
I want there to be a feel good moment to this, so I'm going to go with Cesaro.
well, I think I'm with Hollywood. I think the Miz is going to win by Maurice interference. But like I said, I think this just sets up another month of the feud, in which you get a guy who can speak on the mic and a guy who can wrestle really well. Plus, you get to see Maurice. All the good things for a feud.
Now just bring back Oksana.
I mean, this definitely has been a decent feud. I didn't think it was going to be this
I don't know why you hate on my boy The Miz, man.
because he took my boy's belt. That's why. Go
Because
from complete shit to now you're
He
fucking
didn't-
main eventing.
He
Man, fuck
didn't
that.
take it. The WWE gave it to him, man. I mean, what was he supposed to do? Say no?
Yes.
Have some
He's supposed to
respect.
say, Zach, we are longtime friends, and I'm going to let you keep your fucking run.
I'm
That's what
sorry,
he's supposed to
I'm sorry,
say.
bro. but
Amen, brother. Amen.
I'm sorry, bro. Look, I'm not hating on Zack
Hallelujah.
Ryder, but
I don't
they
want to hear
screwed him
your
over.
shit.
No, first
I
of
don't want
all,
to hear none of your fucking
here we
shit.
go. No, I'm gonna just say this one point.
Go ahead
Don't
and
get
say-
mad.
Say your blasphemous fucking point.
Listen.
I'll be waiting.
I've said in the past that Zack Ryder's gimmick would not work in 2016.
It works.
And I've also said, hold on, I've also said that I don't know where Zack Ryder would fit on this roster in 2016. I've said that. Jeff sure as hell didn't like it. So, but at the same time, I'm not a Zack Ryder hater. Look, I never said he was a horrible wrestler. I never said he was the Ryback of the WWE.
But those
I
are-
never said that.
Don't you
But
kind of
you
have
know
However,
it's a joke,
don't you
right?
kind of have to admit you were wrong?
His
though?
gimmick has made his gimmick and the way they booked him has made him look
But
like a
his
joke.
gimmick has been over since he debuted
But look,
with that gimmick.
I get that.
That's what
But
I'm
look
saying.
what they've done to him.
Yeah, but don't you have to admit that you've been wrong, because his gimmick has been over. It's always been over.
Let me explain this.
When he won it, the crowd went nuts.
Let me
He's
explain
over.
this to you. He is one of the most marketable guys they have. When we went to that live event TLC, the shit was sold out.
How many
Sold
years
out.
ago was that,
I
Mike?
waited in line to get a shirt for like
Motherfucker
10
waited.
minutes.
But how many years
It's
ago
not
was that?
it's-
10
I'm
minutes.
saying you, his shit would still sell if he still had merchandise on the website. Did you hear his pop at Mania?
I
Did you hear his
get
pop
that.
At SmackDown?
I
That's
get
at
that.
Raw
But the
Mania?
problem
Ryder's
is,
over.
but the problem is,
All right, Denny.
the problem is they have made him look like a joke. So it doesn't matter how many T-shirts he sells now to the WWE Universe, he is considered a joke, and that's not his fault. And I'm actually taking up for the guy.
But see,
I said that's how they booked him.
I'm not
That's
talking.
my whole
I'm not
point.
talking about even the booking. You said the gimmick wouldn't get over.
And the gimmick's been over.
I have said in the past.
He doesn't think that a Jersey Shore gimmick, which it's not.
It's
a
not.
fucking Jersey Shore gimmick.
Robbie E was.
I don't understand how you get Jersey Shore from that.
It's
Because
the
when he
shit.
came out, I do remember a popular show that was on MTV called Jersey Shore
He
that everybody
fist
was
pumps.
crazy about.
That's
But
it.
when he came out, they said from Long Island, New York, not from the Jersey Shore.
Woo woo woo.
Okay.
You know, New Yorkers are
You
like that.
know it.
I mean, I don't like them neither, but
I mean, well,
they don't like
ex-
they don't like us from
way
Baltimore
you think
neither.
about it. Zack Ryder
Listen.
got screwed over, and now we got Cesaro possibly actually becoming champion.
listen, all I'm saying is WWE booked him to be a joke, and there's no way you can both deny that. Am I right
We
or
can't
wrong?
deny that.
No, they
So, all
didn't book
right,
him.
I just proved my point. That's
He
all.
wasn't booked to be a joke. They booked him
That's my
bad
whole
as a
point.
as
That's
a
my
loser.
whole point.
Then you need to listen to your own points
'Cause
and
you
stop
said his
fucking taking
gimmick.
over Dolph Ziggler because now he's a joke. But
Do
you don't
you think
see
I
that,
like
though.
that? Do you
No,
think
you
I
don't
like the
see
fact
that because
he
you don't
dropped?
believe in double-edged swords.
First
you
of all-
believe in what you think.
What you mean I believe in what I say? First of all, I said
Old wrestlers and
hold on,
Sting?
hold on. I agreed that he dropped the ball with Triple H and Stephanie. Did I not?
No.
What?
What? Tell me when you said it.
Do we have a rewind?
Do we have a rewind?
Do we have it? Because
We
I
don't.
do remember I did say that he did drop the ball in that promo.
You may have agreed with what you were saying about it when it happened, but you never stated it was your opinion that he dropped the ball in that promo.
The dude's fucking terrible. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He had all the makings to be great, and he did nothing with it. That is his motherfucking fault.
Look-
He was put in position to be good, and he didn't take not one fucking opportunity. Zack Ryder's given any opportunity, and he takes that shit to the extreme and get fucked over. That's the difference between Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler.
Well,
I agree. I don't think if Zack Ryder was ever given the opportunity that Dolph Ziggler was given, I think Zack Ryder would have made the best of that.
He had a fucking heavyweight championship. He was Money in the Bank fucking briefcase holder.
Not to mention with Zack Ryder, WWE wouldn't be in social media without him.
Hell no.
anyway, let's not get diverted on topics here. We also have
We're
Big
still talking about
Kaz.
Zack Ryder.
We also have Big Kaz and Enzo taking on the Vogue villains at Payback, and the winner goes on to face the New Day
Do
for the
you
tag
think-
team
I
championship.
gotta ask you, do you think Big Cass and Enzo are a Jersey Shore ripoff because of the way they act?
Well, hold on here. Now, if anybody's a Jersey Shore ripoff, it's definitely them. But they're not.
Yes,
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, that's
Hold
New
on.
Yorkers too, though. That's all.
They
New
got
York.
they got a little bit of both flavor.
No,
they got a little
Enzo's
bit of
from
a New
Jersey.
York. I understand that. They got a little bit of flavor of both though.
Cass is
So,
from New
so
York.
let's talk about Jersey and
Exactly.
how
So-
Jersey is just a ripoff of New York City anyway. They've never had their own anything. All they are is they're either a ripoff of New York City or they're a ripoff of Philly. I've been in Jersey. I've partied in Jersey enough. They don't know what the fuck
Y'all
they
do
are.
realize that New York and New Jersey are like really close to each other.
Man,
so the influence
Oh,
of
are you
character.
So
I did not know that.
So when I lived in the Bronx for like 2 years, I never figured that part out. Was it?
Doesn't like
Is
to
it the George
localize.
Washington Bridge?
I'm,
Is that
I'm
the bridge you
addressing
go-
them. I'm
is that the
addressing
bridge
them.
you go over to go to
I'm
New Jersey?
addressing them. I ain't addressing you. You've been
Did
around.
you hear me say I've been partied enough in New Jersey to know
Look,
that they don't have their own anything?
I've never been to Jersey. I've never been to New York, but let's focus on this match for a second.
Okay.
I agree. I think Enzo and Big Cass are losing. As much
would-
as I want them to win, they're not going
They
to win.
have to lose in order to continue the feud with the Dudleys.
I would love
I-
to see them win, but I feel that Dudley's are going to do something.
Yeah, Dudley's definitely going to interfere. It's going to get the Vogue villains. Look,
But-
the New Day are faces. The Vogue villains are
Heels.
basically heels at this point. So
No,
it
there's no
makes
basically they are.
They
yeah,
are.
They're heels.
So basically, I think it's going to be New Day versus Vogue villains after this.
But here's my problem with this. Okay, I'm a Vault Villains fan. If the Vault Villains win, they're not ready for a title match on the
I
main
didn't know
roster
Vaughn
yet.
Villains had fans.
Hey, I'm a fan.
The thing is, the Vault Villains
That's
for the
new to
past
me.
month, 2 months on NXT hadn't been winning shit, and now they get called up to the main roster and are fucking like unbeatable. They beat the Usos clean, who just beat the Dudleys.
I know
at
Mike liked
WrestleMania.
that.
How does that make any fucking sense?
Right, that shit worked on NXT because it was a goofy gimmick and people liked it. But now you're on fucking real life, something that's supposed to be reality, or now they're calling it the new era, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And the dudes are talented, but that gimmick's not going to take you very far, man. This is 2016.
Look,
It's
I didn't
not.
even know you can name an era before the era even began. Usually, in retrospect, you go back to the era and say, "Oh yeah, this was that era." Like the Attitude Era, it was.
It named itself.
Yeah, I mean, what the? I don't know.
Speaking of eras, okay, what are your picks? Well, let's start with that. What are your
The
picks?
villains are going to win.
The Vaudevillains have to win.
We just
There's
went through our
there's
picks.
no way around it. They have to win.
Yeah, we've already said our picks. What's your pick?
My pick? I'm going with the Vaudevillains. Basically, due to a Dudley's interference.
It's unanimous.
Speaking of eras, is this the era of the Ambrose Asylum? Mike, is it?
It really
We're
is.
on that match already?
Really is. Ambrose is going to beat Jericho. He's going to get over, and y'all will see it. He's going to be world champion.
That's because
one
Jericho
day.
has to take a break and
I was
tour
gonna
with
say,
Fozzy.
It's only because Jericho's about to go on tour for another year. So of course, this is like all. That's the thing with. See, I'm a big Jericho guy. The only problem is he's so predictable because as soon as it gets warm outside, it's tour season, and guess what? Fozzy's touring and he's out.
Whenever Jericho goes heel, it's because he's going to lose the match, right? Because Fozzy's going on tour.
Yep. Summer 16 tour. Fozzy all day.
You don't listen to Fozzy.
Oh God, I hate Fozzy's music. They're terrible.
I'm just joking around. I really listen to Fozzy.
I will say this. I'm
Oh,
gonna
what you
say
got
something.
against Fozzy?
I'm going
I
to
said
say
I don't
something.
really
like
listen
that
to
death
Fozzy.
metal shit.
Look, I understand that you guys can't believe I'm going to say something nice about Dean Ambrose, but you already cut me off, so I don't have anything to say now. So go ahead. Next.
Well, I saved you. Then you should be thanking me.
What were you going to say?
There's nothing good to say about Dean Ambrose.
I mean, let's get over it now.
his whole gimmick is. What is it?
Look, the doors to the Ambrose Asylum are open.
Okay, Mike.
And he's going to become world champion one day.
So Hollywood Michael Paul,
Bank
explain
on
to
it.
me exactly what his gimmick is then.
He's supposed to be a lunatic. I get it. It can't fit in the PG era. He can't really do.
But what does he
Mick
actually
Foley,
do that's
Terry
like
Funk
lunatic?
It's not
stuff.
even that. It
But
works
what
better
did-
in the PG era than any era.
But what does he do to say he's a lunatic? That he doesn't do what Mankind did.
You don't even have a straight jacket.
Why would he have a straight jacket?
He's a fucking
He's a
Sabu.
lunatic. You gotta get the straight jacket.
He's a
Pat it-
lunatic.
Where's
Sabu
his-
had the straight jacket.
Look, where's his like
Mike,
his?
you better defend this. You better defend your boy because it's
He
a little
is
bit
the
hot in here.
lunatic fringe. It's hard to do things like Mick Foley did or like Terry Funk did in this rating. You can't do the tag.
Why not?
or
Why
this
can't you
or
just
that.
cut a little promo in a padded room in a straight jacket, fucking going nuts and doing shit like that? There's
Rocking
nothing.
back and forth, talking about
Yeah,
choking
what
a
the
bitch?
fuck, man?
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you a hard question. How many world title reigns do you think he's gonna have when his career is over? Let me go that far.
2.
I actually think it'd be more than that.
Let me put it to you this way. The dude, he doesn't do anything that impresses. His most impressive shit, like you just said, he can't do. So guess what? He's not that fucking good. Flat the fuck out. What does he do that impresses anybody?
Well,
He
apparently
got a plant?
Ap-
Oh, he's got a
ap-
plant, guys.
apparently he
He's a sign,
impresses a
too.
lot of people because he's got a shit ton of fans.
Apparently
I don't
he's got
know
a
what
fan
they
base.
like.
He's got a shit ton of haters, too. A couple of haters.
I didn't know he had that many here. I thought it was really just me and you. But
Well, it's pretty much unanimous.
and you know the only good thing Dean Ambrose has ever done?
What's that?
His girlfriend's Renee Young.
Picks on the match?
No, the best thing he ever really did was not dye his hair pink.
I like
again.
how you decided to speed the picks on the match because you
I
sick and tired
wanted
of
to get
hearing the
everybody's
hate.
opinion on the match.
I mean, I was gonna say something
Is
nice
the
about
hate
him,
of
but
Ambrose getting to you, Mike? Is the hate of
Hey,
Ambrose
you know,
Well, when you really can't
you're
defend
an
him,
Ambrose
I don't
fan.
hate the guy.
You're an
What to
Ambrose
say.
fan.
I don't hate the guy. I'll admit it.
Bandwagoning.
No, I don't hate the guy.
If I was to defend Ambrose, I would say
I'm a
he's
pro-
over with the fans. He has decent mic skills. His wrestling skills are awful, but
they're terrible.
Let me put it to you
they're
like
not
this.
as bad as Roman Reigns.
The punches he throws are fucking trash.
Let me put it to you like this.
The commitment to his moves are fucking shit. He overplays the shit out of his injury angle. And don't even get me started on the fucking 3 moves that he does.
Let me add this in
The
there.
fake clothesline.
Let me say this for the record. I don't hate Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, you're an Ambrose
Yeah,
fan
'cause you're
too.
an Ambrose fan. You're no
Hold on.
You just might not be the fanboy.
However,
This is the bandwagoning part.
Jeff and Dale, the bandwagoning part.
You heard it correctly. The,
The
bandwagoning
bandwagoning
part.
part.
This is where you're going to shine your hate on Ambrose, even though you're an Ambrose fan.
I'm not shining my hate. I'm saying the points that Jeff and Dale make are true.
Well, what
They
are
are
your
true.
points,
Fact
Reverend?
enforcer, baby.
What are your points?
My point is like, look, I don't hate the guy.
Well, what are your points on it? What are your facts? Why don't you hate him, but why do you hate him?
Told you we flapjack
never
factless
said- did
information
I-
over here.
Mike, I
You've
said
expressed that you don't like him at times.
I don't like certain stuff he does.
What is that? That's what I'm asking you.
Punches don't connect. I basically what Jeff has pointed out is everything I agree with.
So what do you like about him?
I think at certain moments, I think he can be funny at certain moments. Only at certain moments. Like the stuff like I'll give you an example.
So comedic relief.
He's good at comedy relief. When
Right,
it comes
so we should put him about the same par as like Santino Marella.
Whoa, what? No.
I don't think he's.
You're
as-
right,
I
'cause
don't-
Santino was actually a
Marella
real
could
athlete.
actually
I don't
wrestle.
think he's as funny as Santino, but he still can give you comedy relief. He knows his punchlines and when to be funny. I think he does good expressions when it comes to matches and ring psychology. Other than that, besides that, I think you.
Like I will say this. Let me say
Besides
something.
that, I think there. Besides that,
Listen.
I
let me
think
say something.
what
Because you don't know what you're going to say. You have no idea what you're trying to say. Let me just save you right now. You think he's a little funny. All right, we'll take that. This last Monday, he actually cut the best promo I've ever seen him cut. I actually enjoyed it. I actually thought it was pretty fucking good. Could it have been Chris Jericho pulling it out of him? Maybe. Maybe not. But that's the only nice thing I was going to say about him. He still can't wrestle, in my opinion. I don't think he's all that fucking good. But his promo was pretty decent. Now, with that being said, my pick is Dean Ambrose going to defeat Chris Jericho because he's leaving. Next.
Ambrose by default, Jericho leaves to go on tour.
Mine was next, buddy. Mine was next. Slow your roll, Ambrose.
And the great one finishes off with Ambrose because Jericho leaves.
Somebody's testy when we talk about their favorite
It's unanimous.
wrestler.
Ambrose is
Golly,
the pick.
man.
Ambrose is my favorite
just
wrestler. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
Right next to the great Khali.
That's what makes me question your fucking likability of things. Like, you don't like Ric Flair, but Dean Ambrose
I
is one of your
never
favorite
said I
wrestlers.
don't like Ric Flair.
He's just not great.
Do you or don't you?
He's just not great,
I
guys.
respect Ric Flair for what he's done in the business. He's got great matches. He's got the title reigns, all that good
But-
shit to him.
but-
I never said I didn't like the
why
man.
Why don't
but-
we respect the fact that he put guys over that nobody else would? Let's respect that.
Well, let's
because
say-
guess what? He never, ever had to lose to Roddy Piper, and he chose to.
Speaking of putting guys
best wrestler in the
over,
world, Roddy Piper.
speaking
Look,
of,
do you want to talk about putting guys over he shouldn't have? He put over Sting. That shit never fucking happened.
Well, I agree.
well, he's
I-
not
yeah.
wrestling as
Whoa,
of right
whoa,
now.
Whoa. No more Sting talk. Next
Yeah,
match.
Next
Holy
match,
shit.
please. Zayn
Goodness
versus
gracious.
Owens.
Owens.
Now, that was a quick
Listen,
prediction.
Listen. I want to say Owens, but I can't. Sami Zayn.
There's no way. I think it's Sami Zayn. Dude, Sami Zayn's on a run. Plus,
He's due for a win, man. He's done lost like 3 straight.
look, I just started getting into watching NXT and shit. And dude, the fans love that dude. And
I think
he's got
Sami Zayn
he's
may
got
take
some-
it.
I don't know. I mean, he's got a little something to him.
Kevin Owens has won a lot of big matches lately either, though.
Kevin Owens hasn't won a match in
That's
like
why I
7
think
months.
Sami Zayn's taking it. It makes
I
sense.
wouldn't go
story
that far. He has
purpose-wise.
won a couple matches.
He
in
won.
between.
He's won one match. He won the Intercontinental belt, and that was the last match
Listen,
he's won.
if Kevin Owens wins, that means this story was pretty much nothing. It means absolutely shit. He's already beaten him on 3 different occasions. So what's the point in having any more
Right.
matches?
Zayn
with him?
has to win, get his revenge. Then Owens has to do something to like hurt him again, and then he comes back and
For them to have a trilogy, he
pay-per-view.
has to fucking win.
All right.
Look, I think at the end of the day, it's a great feud. It's built up. Fans are aware of it. Keep it going. Have
It's an
Zayn
organic
win.
feud, something WWE
Yeah.
normally doesn't have.
This
Yeah.
is probably the best feud on the card. I mean, this feud goes all the way back to the Indies.
Yep.
Well,
that is
aren't
true.
they like
were friends
childhood
on the
best
Indies.
friends? So this feud goes all the way back before they were wrestlers.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be. This is very slim because there's somebody else on this card that I think might put on match of the night, but this may be match of the night.
I agree.
So
I totally disagree.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Zayn all the way. Is
Zayn
that
all the way?
unanimous?
I'm taking-
Oh, wait. No, I said Owens.
Mike has Owens.
I have
Owens.
Owens.
I
Owens.
know who the match of the night's going to be, and it's not them.
Right, that's why I said
They're
it's a
not even the
slim
right
chance.
gender.
All right. So coming up, speaking of gender, the next match is Charlotte with Ric Flair in her corner versus Natalya with the returning Bret the Hitman
You
Hart
couldn't say
in her corner.
Are you a little turned up like Rick over there?
Well, the flapjack,
Okay, so-
the flapjack and podcast.
That's what I thought about saying, but I was trying to be
a little
nice.
NXT knowledge. So, why don't you take it away for me, man?
Well, back in, I believe, NXT TakeOver it was 2014, they had the very same exact match for the NXT Women's Championship. The match was Bret Hart was in Natalya's corner. Ric Flair was in Charlotte's corner. Charlotte took it. That was it. I believe it's going to be a turn of events, and Natalya's taking it this time. If not, then there's no point in having this fucking match again.
I want it to be Natalya, but I just feel Charlotte's got to retain to go up into this feud with Sasha Banks. So I'm going with Charlotte.
It's going to come to a point that, look, I think if they want to add shock and surprise to this pay-per-view, I think Natalya should take it. And she needs to take it. She's the Cesaro of the women's division, in my opinion. That girl is technically sound. She needs a rub. And that rub is to give her the women's championship and to have her have a decent title reign with it. If you still want to build up Charlotte as the top heel, there is ways to get the title back on her. And that
Sure
way
is.
she could be a multiple-time women's
And
champion.
I honestly don't think she needs an immediate rematch either.
Exactly.
You guys are saying Sasha Banks. I want Natalya versus Becky Lynch. I don't know if you guys ever seen that match, but that's a fucking match.
That was like one of the best women's matches ever, man.
I just gotta say this. You brought up that Natalya needs a rub. Natalya, if you're listening out there,
Oh, my God, not this again.
I got a POF account now. That's plenty of fish. And I know Tyson, he's a little
Banged
jacked up
up.
at the moment, but I can give you a real good rub. I could send you on an Uber car ride down to Button Dick Town. Give Hollywood a car.
Mike, we need an intervention here.
You notice how he said car? Because his car sucks.
A car does not suck.
meant
it's
call,
a little
guys.
under
Look,
a
this-
weather.
I'm going to level with you for a minute. I'm going to give you a little bit of advice.
I don't need no preaching.
Are you asking for a restraining order right now? Because that's what you're
I'm
asking about.
asking for a
First
piece
page.
of ass. What are you talking about?
Now, Natalya, you're asking for a restraining order.
I just
'cause
want to
the
get a
way-
little sucked off.
Oh, well.
That's the way to be blunt. Now back to this match, and I think this is match of the night easily. But my problem is this whole Sasha Banks thing, because they're talking about putting Sasha Banks, giving her the belt at SummerSlam. That's like 4 months away. So you're
that
saying
would
for
be
the
huge
next,
for her, though.
yeah, but you're saying so for the next 4 months, you're doing nothing. You're treading water.
They can find. There's plenty of talent in
take-
that women's division
Look,
that she can work
Natalya
with.
can
though.
win the belt, and you still can find a way to get Charlotte the belt back before SummerSlam. While you can also build up, like Jeff said, you could build up a great Natalya versus Becky Lynch feud that sets them up. Or you could bring up Bayley and set up a match like that gives her a chance to shine. You can use this. You can use the belt to set up other wrestlers. It don't have to just be Charlotte or just be Sasha Banks. You want the women's division to thrive. You can't just have two people.
I don't think they're trying to focus on just Charlotte and Sasha Banks. I think they have so much depth that they are going to build people up. It's just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying?
But if they're not just focused on them two, why is nobody else getting any of the time?
We've said this time and time again on this podcast. The women's division right now is probably the best they've had in a long time.
I'll
Well,
say
I
the
think
best
this
ever.
division is better than the men's division. So
But
A lot of
this
people
is
say
what
that.
it comes down to, honestly. Charlotte has had such a good run that she's beaten the best that's supposed to be the best right now. She's already beaten Natalya. She's already beaten Sasha Banks, and she's already beaten Becky Lynch. She's already beaten Brie Bella.
Paige.
She's beaten Paige. If she decides, okay, well, let me put Natalya over, and Natalya goes and feuds with somebody, Charlotte's already proven.
She also beat Everett's favorite wrestler, Nikki Bella.
So if one of them become champion,
That's not my favorite.
and then Charlotte decides to challenge one of them
We all
as
know that.
champion, you don't know what's going to happen because she's already beaten them all. So it's just like Ronda Rousey. Nobody expected Misha Tate to defeat fucking
Holly Holm.
Did they?
hell no.
Rousey beat fucking Misha Tate like 3 times.
Hmm.
But that's the difference between fake and real. In real life, anything can happen.
But
That's
you can
where-
take that and use it.
And that's where Bret Hart was saying that why the UFC is more pro wrestling than pro wrestling is now. That's what I'm saying. You can use this opportunity to build up every other female in the roster. Why not use it? If you have 4 months until you want your Charlotte Sasha Banks match, you can have your Charlotte Sasha Banks match.
But you can have great matches in between
right,
that
but
time.
you can build up everybody else in between.
Exactly.
and put together an actual whole group of women that can wrestle for the title and win at any time. Unpredictability is what makes sports great. The predictability is not what makes things is not why you watch sports. If you knew what the outcome was going to be, there would be nobody going to NFL games. Nobody would be watching any of the games.
I will say this: near SummerSlam season, or actually at SummerSlam, nobody expected Charlotte to retain. Everybody was thinking, okay, Sasha's going to take it at Mania. That's why she had the big, and especially with the big interest with Snoop Dogg, everybody thought that she was going to take it at
She
Mania.
was supposed to take it. They changed it.
Yeah, I know. So
Glad
I'm
they
kind of
did.
glad. I'm kind of glad they did because it provided that unpredictability.
Well, the thing is, Sasha Banks hadn't lost since she got to the main roster. If she would have beat Charlotte for the title, she'd be undefeated right now and look like she's unbeatable.
Becky Lynch is getting no love though. Like she was in.
That's
that
my
whole feud,
problem.
man.
She put on great matches, and when she could put in a feud with Emma, and they don't even have a match. How does that make any sense? Is it 'cause-
That's why I said her and Natalya should have a feud.
I
I'm
agree.
saying, here's what I'm thinking: if you give Natalya the belt, Natalya takes the belt, runs with it. You add in Becky Lynch. You give Becky Lynch an angle where I feel like I'm cast aside out of the 4 horsewomen. It's time for me. I'm taking this, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. If you have her come at that angle, I think you have something there. That's how you bring Becky Lynch back up and to make her relevant. Not saying that she's not relevant. It's just that she's kind of taking a little bit of a middle seat. She's not in the front seat.
I mean, right now you have Sasha. Like literally, I think Sasha Banks is a babyface.
Right, she is.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch is a babyface.
Right.
Natalia's a babyface.
Paige is a baby.
Paige is a babyface.
Turn Sasha heel. She's
There's
great at being a heel.
This is where I'm coming. So if Natalya wins the belt, and within let's say the next 2 pay-per-views, Becky Lynch wins the belt from her. You really want Sasha Banks to feud with somebody? SummerSlam's the best time to feud with somebody as a heel, because Becky Lynch, honestly, she works better as a heel, but she's so over with the fans. Like, keep her baby face.
Yep.
Sasha Banks is over too, but
She can transition back to that heel though.
she can transition to a heel
And
better
she's
than
a
Becky Lynch
great
can.
she's a great heel when it comes to being a women's wrestler.
I honestly
she
don't
ain't
think you can
ratchet.
turn Sasha Banks heel.
Hey, I mean, probably not.
She's so loved. She's so over. I don't. It'll be like when you try to force Stone Cold to be a heel or something. There's times you may want to try to turn somebody heel, but there's nothing they can do to turn heel.
It all comes down to the fans.
All right. So in that case, now we've broken everything down. What are your picks?
We gave our picks.
Natalya.
Charlotte.
I'm going with Natalya.
You know I can't go against the Hearts, especially not Brett being in the corner.
Yeah.
What if
And-
Brock
Normally
Lesnar was
I
in that
pick
corner
Charlotte.
though?
I'm normally the only one that does pick Charlotte, but Natalya needs
Oh
it.
come on, I'm
Yep.
a big natural selection person too, man. I love Charlotte.
I wish Paige was in the match.
Anyway, and in the main event, ladies and
Are we
gentlemen.
really at the main
Pass.
event?
Yep. The
Can
main
we really
event.
call this a main event.
Roman Reigns, boo, versus
awful
the
one.
phenomenal AJ Styles
Are you sure
for
you're
the
not a Roman Reigns
WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, let me start it off since this couldn't be any worse of a main event because you got Roman Reigns, who I can't stand, and you got AJ Styles, who I think is awful.
Phenomenal.
This is perfect.
You mean phenomenal?
The only way for this to be saved for me is if the Bullet Club interferes and beats the shit out of AJ Styles and Roman Reigns.
Well,
Finn
And I guess you bring
Balor
up Finn
comes
Balor
along.
finally.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to shoot all their load, no pun intended, all over the place when it comes to the ending of the payback. You can't have, in my opinion, you can't have the introduction of the Bullet Club and the Finn Balor debut all in one moment on a pay-per-view. That needs to be spread out.
Why? Because that'd be too good.
I think you need to stretch that out a little bit. That's giving away too much. You got SummerSlam.
I think the
in a
WWE.
few
I think
months.
the WWE has like totally blinded. I mean, numbed everybody thinking that you can't make everything great. Why can't you do it all one night?
Little off topic here. Do you have to go to confessional because you said blow load?
I was it was a figure speech, Mike.
Your sexual frustration?
It was
Well,
it was a figure speech. You were the last person
Sigmund
to talk
Freud
about me
would
about
say
sexual
that.
frustration.
Sigmund
Anyway,
Freud
let's
would
move on.
definitely say that emotional neurosis stem from sexual.
Can we get to the
frustration.
damn
We can
match,
have an
please?
intervention for you
Are
and
we
your
still
sexual
talking about that match?
frustration.
Roman Reigns is winning. That's my pick.
Thank you.
AJ Styles.
I have Roman Reigns winning. I don't see that belt coming off of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, you like
Roman
to say
Reigns
that.
gonna be champ for the next 20 years, man. If it's left to WWE, he'll never lose that belt ever again.
Honestly, what I think is going to happen, AJ Styles' next feud is probably going to be with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Actually, it's going to come into situations where they try to help him. He's not going to want the help. They turn on him.
Or
They're building
But
up to the whole
what-
Finn
Or
Balor
wait a minute,
If
debut.
they
Or-
NWO it.
exactly. What if Finn Balor does still come up? Him, AJ Styles, the Bullet Club all join forces and beat the shit out of Roman Reigns and take the belt.
It's the thing they should do.
But I'm saying, what if
That
they do
makes
what,
Raw watchable the next night. That
What-
makes Raw must see TV.
what if they go one of the main rumor routes and NWO it and fucking Gallows and them come out acting like they're helping Styles, and then they turn on them and
Come on,
We
man.
just said that.
Reigns.
Why would you ruin the moment? You just like dumbed it all down for us.
I'm just saying what these
Oh,
internet
man.
smarks are saying.
If that happens, then I probably won't watch Monday Night Raw, so I won't be reviewing.
That's
that
what I'm saying.
shit.
If you want to make Monday Night Raw must see, because let me tell you that WWE needs all the help it can get. So if anybody's out there is willing to watch Raw and sit through 3 hours of bore, please tune in.
Yep.
But if you want to make it watchable, bring the Bullet Club all together with AJ Styles and
Dude,
Finn Balor.
when you got a fucking champion that nobody wants to fucking see other than his fanboys, It's fucking stupid, man. I can't sit here and say that Roman Reigns excites me for a main event.
This dude is getting booed in every arena he's in.
I watched SmackDown
Every arena.
all the way through until his match.
He's not.
That's how bad he is.
That's
bad
how I
guy.
watch that's how I've watched every pay-per-view and Raw and SmackDown since. I get to his match and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Anyway,
I'm not the good guy.
I'm not the bad guy. I am
The boring guy.
Wait, that's just the same line he says every week, guys.
So
he's trying to make a catchphrase, and
what
that's
else
not
we
even
got? We
getting
got
over.
on this pay-per-view. Vince McMahon's supposed to do an announcement.
Brand
Yeah,
split.
Vince McMahon is supposed to make an announcement as to who will run WWE, either Stephanie McMahon or Shane
It's gonna
McMahon.
be both of them. Brand split.
How about
Well-
neither? They both sucked at the job. The ratings are at an all-time low. Let's fire both of them and get
Well,
somebody new in
I
there.
agree. If you want to shake things up, Stephanie versus Shane's not the way to do it. Paul Heyman versus Eric Bischoff's the way to do it.
Yeah, that was
No,
watchable.
Paul
Yeah.
Heyman versus Jim Cornette. Please do not bring back
Look,
Bischoff.
man, Jim Cornette hasn't been in WWE since he was in that fucking Battle Royal at WrestleMania 17.
Bischoff is still
And when's
relevant.
the last time Bischoff's been in WWE?
Bischoff was on a WWE special on the
He
network.
was on a special.
Bischoff's still relevant. He's still creative, and he's still believable
And
as an
can still
authority
cut
figure.
a better promo than Shane McMahon.
Yeah, he can cut a better promo than Shane McMahon.
Well, is there anybody who can't besides Roman Reigns?
Look, I want to go out on a limb here, and I want to let our fans know about a little reality. You guys are watching Raw every night, and I know you're cheering for what Shane's booking, but Shane's not really booking. It's still the same bookers.
Yeah, they're replacing an 8-minute boring segment and then putting in an 8-minute boring match. So you guys really need to think about who's really running anything. I'm talking about if you're really going to do a brand split, then Paul Heyman needs behind creative completely. Eric Bischoff needs to be behind creative completely. And I'm talking about really shaking it up. Not put Paul Heyman on SmackDown. Put Paul Heyman on Raw. Put Eric Bischoff on SmackDown.
And bring down that damn draft.
And definitely bring back that damn
So
draft.
that brings me to the richest prize in this game. Do you want it on one show, and have it? Do you want it on? Do you want it like kind of being defended on both shows?
I want to like the original draft where you had one main championship.
Okay.
I think you could do a draft within like between 4 shows. Like honestly, you do your Monday night, you do your SmackDown, you do your superstars, you do your main event.
He's talking about the championship. For
I'm talking about
two
the championship.
championships or
you
one
definitely
Don't
championship.
split.
You definitely need 2 belts, man.
I kinda
wouldn't
liked
do
when
it.
they had the one.
I
Because
wouldn't
right
do it
now
that way.
we're forced to deal with Roman Reigns. If we had another belt, we could be like, oh yes, Cesaro's another champion. Right now we're forced to deal with Roman Reigns.
But maybe they could.
And then every WrestleMania, it could be the Super Bowl for real. You could have the 2 champions wrestle each other at WrestleMania.
But couldn't they just like write where they have the draft and nobody drafts Roman Reigns and he just goes away?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
doubt that's
man.
going to happen, considering all the money they
I'm not the
invested on.
good guy. I'm not the bad guy. I'm the undrafted guy.
Like I said,
going to TNA.
if we had the draft, we have a brand split, and we had separate belts, that means I never had to watch Roman
Dude,
Reigns again.
think about it right now. Everybody's saying, "Oh, the Monday night after Payback's going to be shit." He literally announces, "Okay, well, there's going to be a brand slip, and tomorrow night we're going to have a
The
draft.
draft.
Everybody's tuning in to see that shit."
and guess what?
Yeah.
The draft should actually be a draft too, by the way. Not 1 or 2 guys flip. They should literally blow the motherfucker up and start all the fuck over.
All right. So anyway, speaking of guys and speaking of former champions, there's a rumor that Seth Rollins may be returning at Payback. I don't know how true this is.
I read a
but-
little more into that, and it was just saying he's going to be backstage talking about his return, writing for it and everything. But if he does come out, it'll be in that Finn Balor match, that fucking AJ Styles match.
I mean, it's a way to bring the Shield back.
Yeah, they were talking about the Shield versus the Bullet Club. So
Yeah, you could do the Shield versus Bullet Club. He can come back and help fucking Roman Reigns with Dean Ambrose jumping in.
But I do not want the Shield fucking beating the Bullet Club. I'm sorry.
But if they even bring the Shield back, will it be the way the Shield was with Rollins being?
Look, man, I'm to the point where I just don't like Roman Reigns or Dean Ambrose.
Look,
I'm
I'll
going to
tell-
create a
you-
Shield.
you don't
Seth
underst-
Rollins needs to find 2 other guys.
You don't understand. If you, I'll
Dang,
take,
you like
I'll
that?
take losing them 2 guys. If I'll take losing Seth Rollins if I get to lose the other 2 guys.
Dude, if Seth Rollins goes and gets fucking Zack Ryder and somebody else, I'd be totally 100,000,000% happy with that.
I'm saying
Whatever
say,
it takes to get rid of Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
Whatever it fucking
I'm
takes.
saying say they do redo the Shield, right? But with Roman Reigns being the guy, is he going to be the new leader of the Shield and the one that does all the
guy
talking?
who can't, the only
I
guy
hope
who
to
can't
God
talk.
not.
We aren't the guys. We're not the bad guys. We're guys.
Speaking of guys, there's one guy who was detained at an airport, Ric Flair.
Oh God, I thought you were going to say
Whoa,
me.
Whoa. He wasn't detained. He tripped.
He tripped, fell, and they were trying to help him up.
He was fucked up trying to get on a plane. That's what happened.
Yep, that's right.
He's
I'd
a
be
whe-
fucked up getting on a plane that I got into 3 plane crashes too.
He's a
Sorry.
wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing.
Detainee.
That's right.
Hey, whatever you
Exactly.
call it.
3 plane crashes. Guess what? I'm not getting on any fucking plane ride sober.
Still the greatest wrestler of all time, however you say it. Mike
Is this
Paul.
going to call him his job?
Mr. Flair, you could not get on this
Oh,
plane with
no.
your dong hanging out. Please put your dong away, Mr. Flair. Oh, Mr. Flair, get off the flight attendant. Mr. Flair. Woo!
Anyway.
And you know what they probably did after they detained his ass? Asked for his motherfucking
Fucking
autograph.
autograph.
So, woo that motherfucker.
And a picture.
How about we
fucking Ric Flair hating
I
ass
don't
bitch.
hate Ric Flair.
Man, I'm sick of your fucking ass and your Ric Flair hating ass.
I've
But Dean
never-
Ambrose is a great wrestler. Man, get the fuck out of here with
Yeah,
that
that's right.
bullshit. Man, next fucking idea. Ric Flair was drunk. Guess what? We all get drunk.
He
I'd be
also-
drunk getting on a plane too after I've been in the 3 plane crashes.
also-
so fuck you.
He
The only
also told Natalia to kill herself.
Yeah, and the thing is, he
Who
also
cares? She ain't
Liquor
gonna
will
do
do
it.
that.
he also terminated his podcast because he was drunk.
Hey, fuck
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. He doesn't have his podcast anymore.
Oh, his
He was drunk
podcast is
with every
terminated?
Podcast.
Yeah, he terminated because he was in a drunken stupor when he terminated his contract.
Well, good thing we're not on a national network.
Good
But if National Network wants to pick us up, we are the Ringside Power Hour.
ringside.
And we promise we won't drink when you're around.
Man, please. Dale
I'm
ain't gonna
drinking
do
right
it.
now, so
Well, Reverend, you don't drink anything but wine and holy water, so.
True.
True. That is
less
true.
on the holy water, more on that wine.
I wouldn't mind a
Can
wine.
you
a
turn
good,
water in the wine?
I'm not Jesus.
I didn't ask you that.
I didn't even think.
Actually,
Jesus
did
was
you
the one
want
that
did
did
you want me to help you out on this fact that they do use water in wine,
Oh, okay.
and that all wine has water in it? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna let you guys know Jesus really didn't do anything that wasn't already done,
Anyway,
and we
that's
all
not
can
the
walk on
point.
puddles. So
Speaking of people doing things, it seems like the WWE Network may go up in price to $14.99, as there has been a rumor of an upgrade in price.
that's nearly double their price now.
It's saying that the rumors because it's just a rumor. Keep in mind it's nothing finalized yet. They're going to raise it to $14.99. They're going to start doing, which they should have been doing to begin with, airing Raw and SmackDown 24 hours after it's been broadcasted. And they're raising the price because it might jeopardize their contract with Hulu.
I'm saying, how does that? How's that my problem?
I couldn't tell you. Talk to WWE.
How's it my problem that you want to do something and now my price gets doubled?
My thing is from
That's not my problem.
my thing is from the get go. You should have been airing Raw and SmackDown 24 hours after it fucking broadcast.
I mean, it's still a better price than $60 for a fucking pay-per-view, but it still is pretty fucking bullshit.
Well, I'm glad the Flapjack has a WWE Network because if they move to $14.99, I'm out.
They got rid of shared accounts. You can't use shared accounts anymore.
Well, I
either.
could just watch it over his house.
So let me ask you this.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
Duh.
So
Duh.
let me ask you this. All the content that they have on the WWE Network, is it still worth paying the $14.99 if it went up?
Man, you were so full
In
of
the
questions,
beginning,
but
yes.
yeah.
But after you done introduced us to $9.99, no.
Yeah, you shamelessly plugged a $9.99 for over a year.
Shamelessly.
So if Netflix, if Hulu went up, there would be no problem. 'Cause
Netflix
it's-
is going up in price too.
Netflix is going up, but it's not going up damn
Yeah,
$14.99.
it went up to like $10.99 or something.
$9.99.
Well, guess
Did
what?
it go to $9.99?
I'm a
$1.
$7.99 lifer, guys. I got my email yesterday, and I'm good.
Well,
Me
I
too.
pay $9.99.
I pay $8.99.
I'll show you my account right now,
I
buddy.
pay $7.99 for Hulu though.
I'm a $7.99 lifer. I'm the original.
I'm-
Netflix fucking. Holder.
I'm at $8.99 for good too.
So I'm good.
So let me ask you this. Now that, with Hulu, with these platforms and everything being streamed now,
I don't even have.
what are
Hulu.
some things that you wish WWE Network did that Netflix and Hulu does better?
I wish I could go onto the network and watch Monday Night Raw just like I do NXT.
Yeah, I would love to watch it live. I would also like for the lagging to stop on fucking pay-per-views and for it to stop fucking like rewinding.
Well, that's why
itself.
you got to get a PS4 because the Xbox One.
Your
Let me tell
PS4
you.
did it too, though.
Yeah, only for like big pay-per-views, not
That's
for
what I'm
small
talking
pay-per-views.
about.
I'm at 56 megabytes per second with Ethernet cord, and I still get lag on it. That's definitely the site. That's not. It's not the platform.
WWE Network, fix your shit.
Well, Xbox definitely does restrain it a lot.
Well, Xbox because it has useless waste of bandwidth.
Xbox, I love the Xbox.
But I use a
It's just-
lap-
it's
I use
got
a laptop,
flaws like everything
which is
else,
direct.
but-
It's got a lot of flaws.
Anyway, moving on.
So basically, with all of these rumors that are coming up, we need to talk about a certain topic, and that is
My tape.
your tape.
Oh, you don't know about it. Never mind.
No, I don't want to know about your tape. Matter of fact, don't even bring it up.
We
I want
already
to
know
talk
you-
about.
We already know you suck toes, bro.
Have you seen his foot rub tape? The Reverend's?
No, I don't have a foot rub tape.
Oh,
Anyway,
he's
we're
got a
talking
foot rub
about
tape.
we're talking about Finn Balor. Let me get to Finn Balor for a second. Now, Finn Balor lost the NXT Championship
To
at a
Samoa
live
Joe.
event to Samoa Joe.
It
I want to
actu-
get your thoughts about
Lancaster,
this.
England.
And actually, it's on the network.
And actually,
Yeah, we know that.
it would have been on our video if YouTube wasn't such an asshole.
You can't
video. We got to put on YouTube.
Oops, my bad.
Hey, listen. Now, I told y'all about taking videos without no
And I
permission.
Well,
told
if the
you-
Reverend would have done
put
this
it up,
shit,
we wouldn't have had the
we
problems.
wouldn't. We
Now
wouldn't. Exactly.
And Reverend, I've
Shit.
told you, I've told everybody. All you gotta do is put credit to. But YouTube is known, and yes, I'm going on record. YouTube, you're gonna hear me, kill me. Go ahead, I don't care. You're known for taking down smaller channels videos that have videos and pictures in it because they're not granting you any revenue because you're just a big corporate dick.
Anyway, Finn Balor.
And anyway,
So-
Mike's about to get kicked off.
Doug cut my mic off.
So, don't ever bring up that fake ass motherfucker's name. Anyway, no, Doug.
Oh, damn.
Anyway, so Finn Balor loses. You would think that okay, maybe he's coming to the main roster. I still don't think that's the case.
You think he's staying in NXT? Because even WWE itself now is addressing the fact, will Finn Balor be on Raw?
They are.
I
And he
think
did
that
say he was going to be there Monday, and he wasn't. So that now he's a liar. A fucking liar.
I think that
And you don't
there.
like
I think
liars.
that
I
he's.
hate liars.
I know you hate liars, but I think at this point the ball's in his court. I think people are waiting on hands and feet for Finn Balor to come out or not come out.
He's probably going to be there at Payback.
There's a chance he will, but the thing about it is, will he show up and make an impact? Will he just show up to show his face? Will he just show up to people to get? I think sometimes when people show up for certain things, or people say when they show up for certain things, I think they're just doing that to get more people eyes on the product. That's all.
If he shows up, he's screwing fucking AJ Styles and they're feuding.
He's not going to take any momentum from AJ Styles.
Turning AJ Styles here isn't going to work, but if you bring Finn Balor up, turn him put up with the Bullet Club, that's stirring the pot.
Well, I think that they should just put them all together and leave it at that. Anyway,
Now, let me ask you this. Now, Nakamura is in NXT still. Is there any chance, let me ask you guys' opinion about this.
Yes.
Is there any chance that we are going to see a Nakamura versus Finn Balor match?
probably not on
I don't-
NXT.
Yeah, I don't
But
think it's
it's
gonna be on
money,
NXT.
It's definitely money.
That's definitely money.
I think that's a main roster.
That's definitely
I
money.
mean, anytime Nakamura gets a big win, it's money. And that's exactly what it'll be. He would defeat Finn Balor in every match they ever have.
They don't go on to win a championship.
Right. He should just be on the main roster right now winning belts. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for.
I try to get on the main roster to win belts.
Yeah, well, you
Well,
couldn't
let me
find your
guess.
dick under your gut, so that's
You
what
guys
happened.
would-
Anyway,
Oh.
moving on.
Yeah,
Hey, I like how you
What in
quickly
the
moved
hell
on.
are you talking about?
Anyway,
Just
guys.
cut the man off. Okay, anyway,
Cut your ass
also,
off.
in other news, we had Eric Young make a surprise
That's not
debut
news.
into NXT. That is news.
You know, you didn't say spoiler alert, so now nobody that's seen it is gonna know.
Pretty much. I think
Spoiler
everybody
alert:
knows
the
at this
Reverend
point.
likes to ruin your party.
Ruin.
Ruin. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I mean, at this point, I'm not really a big fan of Eric Young. I think he's entertaining.
But why would he premiere before Bobby Roode when Bobby Roode's been linked to the NXT for like the past month?
So
Right.
there's this dude on a forum, and I was fighting back and forth with him, and he keeps claiming that Eric Young is TNA's Daniel Bryan.
Well, the guy's a fucking jackass, and he's an idiot, and the dude should probably kill himself. Yeah, I said it. You heard it here first. And if the dude doesn't kill himself, then he should probably like go hide under something. and
Can
never
you
come
care
out.
to elaborate
could
about
just
that?
name- he could just name
I didn't
himself.
tell him to kill himself. I just told him he was wrong.
No, I'm telling you what he should do, because if you ever compare anybody to Daniel Bryan, they better be fucking world class talent, because
was-
that's bullshit.
It's talking about signing Eric Young. I said, look, Eric Young, he was good in TNA. He wasn't great. He was good. I liked his Eric. His
Good.
little,
I mean, that's.
I like the
pushing it,
the
too.
characters. You know
I
the
don't even know
characters
if
he
he was
portrayed.
good in TNA.
The characters he portrayed were good.
But
the
to
guy
compare-
kept saying,
Funny.
He
Got-
was funny.
The
But-
guy,
Comedic relief.
the guy
But
just
to compare him to Daniel Bryan,
He's
though?
the Santino Marella of TNA. That's what he is.
The guy just went on. He was like, "Well, I think Daniel Bryan. I mean, not Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
I
he's
think
a
Eric
Dean
Young's the
Ambrose,
best.
but-
And in my opinion, he's a poor man's Daniel Bryan."
oh, that's blasphemous. That's very disrespectful.
So wait a minute. So he insulted him and gave him a compliment all in one
All at one time.
It's
I
just
think he's the
Look.
best. He's a poor man's Daniel. Like, what the
you
fuck?
bet,
It's a
you all
backhanded
have been on
comment.
these forums. The listeners have
Backhanded
been
compliment.
these listeners that are listeners have been on the forums, and they're people on there are stupid.
That's the problem with you white trash wrestling fans, man. You guys fall all into that gay
Oh,
shit.
I was white trash, but now I'm
You
Hollywood.
still are white trash, and you fall into that dumb shit too. Oh, Dan Ambrose, he looks like me, and he's a good guy. Now fuck that shit. If you want real fucking talent, then you guys need to look at real fucking superstars, not these fucking has-been ass bitches who come out with beards and fucking
Sting.
think they're good because they're on steroids.
Sting never had a beard.
Sting never had a beard. Because
I wasn't saying he had a beard.
He's the one that
you
killed
said
Brandon
has
Lee.
been.
Anyway.
You said has been.
Hey, case got solved here, ladies and gentlemen. We
Selective
solved-
hearing
we-
by
we-
Hollywood
we-
Michael Paul.
we solved a 20-year-old murder mystery.
I just personally think that people fall more in love with a dude's image than they do his actual fucking talent. And it's gay. I said it here. Faggish, queers. Don't be gay. Be real.
You can't say gay on the podcast. You can't say homosexual.
we do it. Oh, wow.
They're listening. FCC.
I don't give a fuck about an FCC or anyone to be. They could all suck a dick if they're that fucking gay. That's how I feel about it. Homosexual, queers, faggots, whatever you want to
But
call them.
we're a podcast. We're not over the live air on a radio station.
This is an
so
unrated fucking
we can
podcast
say whatever the fuck
about
we want.
wrestling. If I
We
want to sit
love-
here and call somebody gay for thinking a man looks good, then you're fucking gay. You best believe it.
This is the spokesperson for Michael Paul and the Ringside Power podcast, and we
Spokesperson.
all love homosexuals and black people and white people and Mexicans. And now let's go on to the next subject.
Very politically correct right now.
I was ready to say. I don't think any of us are racist besides you.
I'm not racist. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
We'd be the only
Anyway.
racist in the group.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, Reverend. How am I racist? Go ahead.
Why don't we talk about wrestling here?
Yeah.
Like, let's
That's what
bring
should
it
be
back to
focused on.
reality. Okay? You said the dude said he's a poor
Right.
man's Daniel Bryan, which he's nowhere near even a consideration of
I agree
Daniel
with
Bryan.
you.
I think the dude is funny. I think the dude is good. I don't think the dude's great. And I think, okay, him coming here before Bobby Roode, maybe we got beer money on the way. Hopefully, I don't know. You heard it here.
I don't know.
Let's
James
do it.
James Storm making that dumb decision to go back to TNA is a little bit.
He
I
didn't
don't know.
really
They put
make
a
a dumb
bad taste.
decision. He got paid.
What do you think about the fact that Eric Young is supposedly he came in and he challenged Samoa Joe for the title?
Or did James
They
Storm get
just gonna
paid?
thrust him into the title picture like that. with
That's
no
what I
build-up?
heard.
Maybe not. I mean, TNA's not actually
TNA
paying
ain't
people.
actually paying his talent anymore. So did he actually get paid?
Can we make a bet and see how long it's going to take for TNA to go under?
TNA
They're
has
already
no
under.
money and they just signed 2 new wrestlers.
Oh, look, I already said they were going over 2 years ago. I
Speaking
already lost my bet.
Speaking of
Yeah.
TNA, Sinclair Broadcasting, who owns Ring of Honor, it's a Maryland-based company, is trying to buy TNA.
Why would you waste $20 on TNA?
I'll buy it for $1 if they're
Because they have
listening.
good. They have good knockout division.
Shit, I got a piggy bank full of fucking
That
pens.
knockout division is going to be
Got
on
a Coin
WWE
Star.
television in 2 years.
I can't wait. Angelina Love, please
Velvet
show up to
Sky. Oh,
WWE.
please, Velvet, come on.
Come on,
I'm
Angelina
telling you,
Love.
man, they should just create fucking an NXT TNA crossover like they already have and fucking use it.
What did you say that dude called it? The NXTA or some shit?
Oh, yeah, I think he did, yeah. NXT
Yeah, that's what it was.
I just don't see the point. I mean, as of right now, I think TNA is. I mean,
Trash.
obviously, it's been trash for a couple years now.
Couple of years, that's it.
I'd like to see bring Lashley back.
Right, I mean, there's guys that I would like to see back over here.
As long as it's not the Hardys, I'm sorry, that ship has sailed.
Matt Hardy's done. Career's over.
How
I
do you?
don't.
Never mind.
I don't hate Matt and Jeff, but it's like I'm just not interested in seeing them anymore. I don't know what
is
it
it
is.
because they're old?
I was going to go back to
It
the
don't-
whole
it
you
doesn't
don't
even
want to
have-
see the Hardys wrestle,
doesn't
but you
even-
want to see Sting wrestle.
It doesn't even. The reason why I wanted Sting to wrestle, first of all, first and foremost,
He's
is because
older
of the
than the
whole.
Hardys.
We know that, but the reason why I wanted to see it because the whole Undertaker and Sting match. That's the only reason why I wanted to see
I was
it.
surprised Sting was still alive.
What exactly
Anyway.
did you want to see? Like some hips breaks?
I know. 2 geriatric guys talking about we need a break.
You
Motherfucker,
heard
this is
that
20 minutes.
AARP offered Vince McMahon big money to sponsor that match.
Did they?
Oh, really? When? Okay, so when
Both
Shawn
of them get
Michaels
Alzheimer's
was
in the middle of the match.
no, when Shawn Michaels was wrestling Undertaker, you guys never complained about it, and they were
Shawn
over their
Michaels
40s.
15
isn't-
years younger than fucking Sting is.
Shawn Michaels isn't 67 years old.
Like, Jesus Christ.
And
Shawn Michaels could still walk.
Shawn Michaels needed that match. He lost his smile. Sting didn't.
Yeah.
You're referring to a Lost Your Smile reference from 1997.
The
Let
man
me ask
needed
you
to smile
something.
about something.
Let me ask you something. Was the Shawn Michaels and Undertaker match great?
Both of them were.
So what you talking about? That's a horrible fucking reference.
That is true.
Sean was up in age. To a
Not
point.
67 years old. He wasn't.
What was he, 40 at the time?
He had to be in his mid-40s.
I think he's only in his mid-40s now.
Yo, he had to be in his mid-40s. His
I
mid to
think
late
he's-
40s.
I
How
think
old
he's
is
only
he?
like 46 now.
Yo, he had to be in his mid to late 40s. Yo.
Listen, mid 40s compared to 57.
Look how long Ric Flair wrestled.
But Ric Flair
Well-
could still walk.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you not see Seth Rollins versus Sting? It sucked. What are you gonna fuck
Oh, it
people?
was
Oh my
awful.
god! It
First
was
of
not that. Oh,
first
shut
of
the
first
fuck
of
up.
all, that powerbomb in that turnbuckle.
To clear something up, he is only 50 right now. That match was what, 6 years ago?
What the? Which one? The last one?
Yeah,
2010,
ago?
he retired in 2010. So
2010.
6 years ago.
6
So
years
he was
ago.
44 years old.
44 years old. So you're way off. First of all,
I said mid to late 40s. So technically, I was
44
or
is-
early 40s.
Yeah, 44 is still like relatively in your wrestling. You can still wrestle at that age.
That's still fucking 10 years younger.
Than Sting.
That's not even 10,
13. 13 years younger.
Look.
You look a little speechless.
First of all, whether y'all like it or not, it would have been a good money match.
It would have been good for money, but the quality of the match wouldn't have been good. And I'm an Undertaker fan.
Of course, it would have been a good build-up. It would have been a good fucking whatever you want to call it.
And Undertaker would have did his best to try to get geriatric fucking Sting through the match. And
They both would have got Alzheimer's in the middle of the match.
And
They
then,
would have forgot
you know,
every move they were supposed to do.
And since when
They
did
bring the
y'all turn it?
stretcher
I can
out.
understand your point
I'm
about.
not an Undertaker hater. Don't even go there.
And no, I'm not saying you're an Undertaker hater. I said, when did you start hating Sting all of a sudden?
I told you from the get-go I didn't want to see Sting versus Undertaker right now. Did I?
No, I said, when
From
did you
the
start being
get-go.
when did you start being a Sting hater?
I'm not hating Sting. I'm agreeing with the fact that he shouldn't be
Gotta
wrestling
play
right
haters.
now.
who's a Sting hater?
So when I agreed about Dean Ambrose's problems, you had a problem with it.
No, you're bandwagoning. I agreed that Sting shouldn't be wrestling. You're saying you
I
hate
agree.
Sting, then you hate Ambrose and you like Ambrose.
No, I never said I hated Dean Ambrose. I never said I hated Dean Ambrose.
I think we're gonna have to go back and look at the tapes.
Did I
Look,
ever say I hated
the only
Dean Ambrose?
Sting hater here is me. I'm the only one who's been up front the whole time. Now Jeff doesn't like a lot of things about
Whoa,
Sting
whoa,
because
whoa.
he's freaking a ripoff. Which yes, he is a ripoff. There's nothing original about Sting. Not one thing. Not one move. Not one gimmick. Not one woo. Not a fucking
Well,
thing.
I
Not
mean,
one hair color.
He did do the Stinger Splash.
That he got from Great Muta. Great.
You
Okay.
didn't let
Well-
me finish.
Well,
That he trademarked from Great Muta. And then, he did do the backwards DDT.
Oh, and he had that Scorpion Deathlock with was the sharpshooter, right?
What do you say? What is that move?
well,
The
let me put it. Let me put it to
He
you.
borrowed
like,
that from Bret
Well,
Hart.
let me put it to you like this. Hopefully, one day.
Sting goes to
Right.
retirement
You
home.
get to see a virtually simmed version of that match.
Because hopefully,
Oh,
here's
you
what's
can in WWE 2K16.
here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to talk with some people and see if I can get Sting on this show. And
Well,
then
go ahead.
whenever y'all guys got something to say to him, you can actually say it to
I
his
fucking
face
will.
Well,
instead of talking behind the brother's back.
Is he going to be able to make it to the film?
If I
without
ever
having a
met
heart
him,
attack?
I would say, why did you kill him?
Yo, y'all are
We
terrible.
could have had great movies for like
Y'all
at
are
least
terrible.
7 to 8 years.
Let somebody say this crap about Ric Flair. Y'all would all be up in arms, except for Mike over here.
People do say it about Ric Flair.
But the
they
thing
say
is-
he stole Buddy Rogers' gimmick. They say everything they need to say. But guess what Buddy Rogers didn't do? 16-time world champion. What did Sting do? Stole a fucking gimmick.
Many.
A legit gimmick from a movie.
Well,
and made
I'm
it his
going
career.
to. Well, I'm going to do
Then-
whatever
whoa,
it
whoa,
takes
let
to
me
get him
fucking
on this
finish.
show, so you can say it to his
let
face.
me fucking finish. Then he had a chance to do it right. And what did he do? I'm the Joker. Get the fuck out of here with that.
on that
Preach it.
note, and that
Preach.
note only, I will make an effort to try to get Sting, yes, Sting, the
Like that
icon
fucking
Sting,
effort.
on the show at some point in the summer.
so
I will
hold on,
try
hold
to
on,
get
hold
Sting
on a
on the
second.
show.
I'll try to
gonna
get
make-
Linda Lee on the show too,
You're
to
gonna
ask him why he killed her son.
And
Y'all
I'm gonna
hate on
bleep
him
him
so
every
much.
time he woos because
Y'all hating on this
Android.
dude so
I
much.
have
I will
something to say.
I will try to get him on the
I
show.
have something to say. You're gonna make an effort to get Sting on the show,
Yes.
like the effort you make that all our fans want our videos up and they're not.
Like the effort you make going mute. So anyway, we're going to close this show. All right, so this has been another edition of the Ringside Power Hour Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us on Instagram at Ringside Power Hour. You can also find us on Facebook at the Ringside Power Hour. Also on YouTube, just look up Ringside Power Hour for all episodes. Also, you can also find us on our official website at www.ringsidepower.com. Until next time, everybody.
Fuck you.
See ya.